Welcome back. First order of business. Thank you for everybody for the support, all the views, all the new subscribers. Won't waste too much of your time today. One of the most pressing questions I had coming into Armor 2.0 is, can I get a traction mod and how to? I just got it yesterday, so after 9 days of playing the game religiously, I finally got it. And it wasn't as difficult as we're making it right now. So you see it's here, and I'm gonna give you the best way to get it and the fastest. So first and foremost, Shax and Zavala, turn in all of those tokens. The mods will come out in plenty in the beginning, then they'll slow up. That's when you go to the other vendor. So me personally, I have many Crucible tokens. I started off with over 6,000. I had less than 1,000 or about 1,000 Vanguard tokens. I prefer to play Crucible. Hate strikes. So in the beginning, first day, and you'll notice this the first day, every time you turn in mods, they'll just rain from the sky. And what it's looking like is each mod almost comes in a burn, so it's like, oh, when you think you won't have an ammo finder or a precision target, like these ones are more or less common, but the different finder ones, I believe, I'm not 100% sure yet, but let's see. Okay, so arc, so we can get that, but as we see, it's kind of like each burn is going to have its own separate like mod. So of course, when you're starting off with Zavala Shax, you'll get a whole bunch of them and a bunch of different elemental burns, and then after a while they'll just completely stop coming. So my personal suggestion after that is what I did and why I have the traction mod now. Spider-Man. You go to Spider-Man, you get your, do not use Glimmer, use your legendary shards. I say start with Shax and Zavala first, because when you turn in those tokens, that's just nothing but legendary shards. So if you don't get it in that initial process, you'll get it here. It is guaranteed to get it from a vendor because it is a common mod. So you've built up a Slur Plus. I don't know. I've been playing Destiny since, beta day. So, I've pretty much been maxed on everything. So as you see, we always have at least minimum 1,500, to 2,000 different materials. Depending on the day Spider sells, I personally suggest going to Brother Vance. Brother Vance's simulation seeds. Why Brother Vance? Because it's not that he gives you a higher chance to get the mod, because you'll get the mod when you'll get the mod. You are guaranteed to get it because it is a common mod. However, it's just when you'll get it. Some people got it their first one. It took me kind of like 20,000 or so resources, but I was able to get it in less than an hour just because I had such bank. So Brother Vance, why Brother Vance? I noticed the most when I was dismantling everything, I was getting mod components. So, even if it's just a couple mod components, it's still mod components. I wasn't getting as many masterwork cores. I would, when I will get something fully masterwork, it would dismantle into 2. But the fastest and best way to get it is rinse, wash, repeat with Shax, Zavala. I like Zavala because I never could get a service revolver, but now Zavala actually is giving me service revolvers. Let's see here. I never even completed the quest, but now I can get service revolver, so that's why I'm liking Zavala right now. But you know, Shax, Zavala, scavengers, dexterity, and then it'll slow up. That's when you know, like once it goes from, let's say in the beginning, it starts off as almost every other or every third, you'll get a mod. Then after a while, you just turn them in. You don't get any at all. That's when you know it's just time to take your fishing pole to another hole, another fishing hole. So Spider-Man is you'll go to Devram, you'll go to Failsafe. I personally prefer Vance for the mod components, and that's who I actually got it from. But I mean, all it really is you just taking out a little bit of your time and going to the vendor. The fastest way is the vendor. I know you can get it from a random chest, I know, in the world. However, if you have the resources and the ability to go to the vendors in the tower, the world vendors, you do that. Start with the Vanguard, start with the Crucible. Once you dismantle those, that'll be a surplus. Then after that, go to Spider, just so that you can see whose planetary materials he's selling for legendary shards, and that will be the way you know which direction you are going to farm that day. I personally believe, of course, as soon as I got the traction mod, that's when Banshee would sell it. But lucky for me, I was able to get it less than an hour. However, it is a quick process, but it is an expensive process. But realistically, what are we using legendary shards for anyways? That is, pretty much it as far as how to get that. You'll definitely get like Fastball and things like that. I stopped that traction because that was, what I wanted. I wanted that +1 in mobility plus, plus tighter turning radius. So once you're at the vendor and you see it slow up, go back to Spider. I say go back. Well, I don't know if you're on console because I know how slow that is, but PC, I say go back to Spider just so that you could replenish your materials. Because I know as soon as I got the traction mod, I was done. I just moved on to the next activity. I didn't even really want to go back to Spider and do all that again. But as far as that, Guardians traction mod is here. You can get it as soon as you cut D2 on. Go to Spider. Well, go to the tower. Burn your tokens. I know you did initially to try and power booster 900 and didn't get it and thought that we couldn't get it from there. You definitely can. I know some people who got it from Shax. I know some people who got it from Failsafe, Zavala. I got mine from Brother Vance, some Devram. It's definitely possible. It's just going to take the resources. And once you don't have any more popping out from that vendor, move on to the next vendor. If you have any issues getting with raids, good groups, Discord link below. We'll party up. We'll make it through, Guardian. Peace.